Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jyoti Gangurde, Assistant Professor of Zoology, K Teaching College, Nasik. Today we are discussing on the new chapter, that is nervous system. In that we are going to discuss on the topic today on the neurons, then the central nervous system of insect. So let us discuss first with the neurons. So here the nervous system or in insect or like other metazoa, the nervous system is a major seat of coordination, learning, memory, intelligence and behavior. The cellular units of the nervous system are of neurons. So they are morphological as well as physiological functional elements of the nervous system, constituting the ganglia, nerve cord, commissures and the nerve and communicating a variety of receptor and effector organs. So this is what about the nervous system. Now let us discuss on the neurons. So here neurons are derived from the embryonic ectoderm. Each neuron consists of a prominent nucleated cell body or soma and a long cytoplasmic filamentous extension, that is nothing but the axon. The cell body of one neuron communicates through a transitional gap, or we call such a gap as a synapse, with the axonal terminus of the other neuron in a linear fashion, so that a continuous chain is formed along with the electrical disturbances. Or such a electrical disturbances, they are we called as a impulses, or such a impulse which can be transported or transmitted from one part of the body to other part. Now the soma is provided with the hind process called dendrites. Here, while the terminal end of the axon which bear a group of fine fibrils called the terminal arborizations. The axon frequently gives off one or more short side branches called the collaterals, which terminate into the terminal arborizations like an axon. The neurons may be monopolar with a single process, that is axon, then bipolar with two processes. Here you can focus on this diagram. So bipolar with two processes, that is proximal axon and the distal long dendrite, or the multipolar where with a proximal axon and many distal dendrite like processes. So the multipolar neuron are mostly confined to the frontal and hypocerebral ganglia. Now, on the basis of function, the neurons are often classified into three types: the sensory neuron, then motor neurons and association neurons. So, here you can see in this diagram also, here you can see the types of neuron, that is, here you can see the types of neuron. Now, the first is the sensory neuron. Sensory neuron, here they are also called the afferent neurons and perform perception of stimuli. They are bipolar neurons with a dendrite terminating into a sense organs or receptor and an axon running towards the central nervous system, and therefore their cell body is always situated outside with ganglia. They conduct impulse from a receptor to the central nervous system. Now, this is the first type of neuron on the basis of their function, that is sensory neurons. The second type of neurons, that is motor neurons. So, they are, the motor neurons are the efferent neurons. Here the soma of these neurons are situated in the ganglia and are monopolar, devoid of dendrites. Their axon form the motor nerve and innervate various organs of the body, while collaterals merge into the neuropile. They conduct impulse from central nervous system to the effector organs. Now, this is what the second type of neuron, that is motor neuron. The last type of neuron is the association neurons. So, they make association between the afferent and efferent neurons, and such a neurons are called the interneurons because they make connection between both, that is sensory as well as motor neuron, and that's why they are called as a interneurons. So, again internucleal or interpolated neurons. They are situated with the ganglia. So, they bear comparatively small cell bodies mostly occupied by the nuclei and are called the globuli. The giant neurons running the total length of nerve cord represent themselves as the association neurons. Similarly, the transverse commissures are formed by these neurons. Now, the neurons constitute a definite nervous system, and in insect, both the central nervous system as well as sympathetic nervous systems are well developed. Beside this major systems, some bipolar neurons are distributed in the peripheral region of the body, innervating the integumentary hair. Similarly, some multipolar neurons form a complex nerve network beneath the integument, above the muscle and on the surface of the gut. All these neurons constitute the peripheral nervous system. So, this is what about the types of neuron. So, here you can see the monopolar neurons, then the bipolar, this is the bipolar, and here you can see the multipolar neuron. And on the basis of their function, the neurons they classified as a sensory neuron, motor neuron as well as association neurons. Now, the next topic, that is next point is the central nervous system. So, first come to the basic plan. So, the basic plan which consists of a anterodorsal brain and ventral double nerve cord bearing the segmental ganglia. Each embryonic segment primarily bears a pair of ganglia which are connected longitudinally by intersegmental connectives and transversely with or without the intersegmental commissures. So, the brain is connected with the first ganglia of the ventral nerve cord, the subesophageal ganglia, by paired circumesophageal connectives. The head or the cephalic region processes two ganglia, the brain and subesophageal ganglia. The brain is composed of three paired segmental ganglia, the preantennal, antennal and intercalary ganglia, whereas the subesophageal ganglia is formed due to fusion of three paired gnathal ganglia, the mandibular and maxillary as well as labial ganglia. Now, this is what after that the next part of the body, insect body, is the thorax. Now, the thoracic region of insect is composed of three segments: prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax, bearing the neurons, that is prothoracic, mesothoracic and metathoracic ganglia respectively. So, the ganglia is what? A mass which is present at the thoracic region. So, here you can see also in this diagram, you can see here this is what the thoracic mass. Here in this diagram, if focused here, this is the frontal ganglia. Then here you can see the ganglionic mass which is present at each thoracic segment, that is prothoracic, mesothoracic or metathoracic segment. as well as each abdominal segment which shows a number of ganglionic mass. Now here the abdominal regions of the insect is basically composed of 11 segments. In case of primitive insect, the segments 1 to 8 possess a ganglia per segment, and it is found that the 8 or last abdominal ganglia are composed of the ganglia of the segment, that is collectively that is 8 to that is 11 or 12. Now the segmental ganglia supply nerves to the appendages, muscles, sense organs and to a part of heart lying within their respective segments. Now this is what about the basic plan of the central nervous system. Now the next point of the central nervous system is the ganglionic condensation. Now we can focus on this diagram and observe the number of ganglia they are present, that is thoracic as well as abdominal ganglia. Now here the ganglionic condensation. So an extensive condensation of the ganglia of ventral nerve cord can be seen in higher groups of insects. In primitive and lower groups of insects, all 3 thoracic and 8 abdominal ganglia are distinct and separated from each other. In higher insect, first abdominal ganglia often fuses with the metathoracic ganglia or 1 or 2 abdominal ganglia which may fuse with one another, and the total number of abdominal ganglia therefore reduces variably. So the abdominal ganglia occur in maximum numbers in case of Dictyoptera 8 number, in case of Orthyetum that is 7 in number, in case of Periplaneta 6, then Tabanus or Chrysops 5, Hematopoda near about 4, then in case of Syrtus 3, then Syrphis 2, and in case of Conopus a single in number. Now the high degree of condensation shows the presence of the first, that is only one ganglionic mass behind the brain in case of Hydrometra, then the 2 ganglia, that is one sub-esophageal and other composite thoracic abdominal ganglionic mass in case of Musca and Calliphora, and the 3 ganglia, that is first sub-esophageal, then second composite thoracic or ganglionic mass, and the third, that is abdominal ganglionic mass in case of Ortalis and that is Myopa. So here you can see the higher degree of condensation of such a ganglia takes place and how they are going to reduce to form a structures. Now the next point is the before that we have to focus on again this diagram, that is condensation of the central nervous system. Here you can see in case of Gypax, in this insect you can see the condensation of ganglia, that is here you can see 3 thoracic ganglia and here again 8 abdominal ganglia are there. Now in case of the bee, that is Blatta, here again you can see 1, 2 and 3 here, 3 thoracic and remaining, that is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only the 6 ganglia are present in case of the Blatta. So in case of abdominal segments, only 6 number of such a ganglia they are present in case of Blatta. Then Belostoma, here you can see Belostoma, here which is from a collective abdominal ganglion, and again here you can see the collective thoracic ganglion, thoracic as well as abdominal. Now here the fusion or the condensation of such a ganglia takes place. Now again here you can see in case of musca the fusion of ganglia. Here you can see which form a single composite ganglia. Now come to the next point, that is ganglia. So the ganglia which differ in shape, in size, location and division of labor, which exhibit common basic structure. The ganglia consist of the outer ganglionic sheath. You can focus on the diagram. This is the histological section of the ganglia. So outer region which shows the presence of sheath, then peripheral cortex. Now the gentle glial mass or the medulla. Now the brain is the most developed ganglia and functions as a master organ of association. Again, the organ of summation and coordination by virtue of various neuronal bodies situated in the medullary region. Now, the other ganglia maintain intersegmental coordination independently. Now, this is about the ganglia. Again, here you can see this is the outer covering, which is nothing but the sheath. Now here you can see these are the cell bodies, the nuclei they are present here. Again you can see here the giant fibers are present. Again giant fibers they are present. So here nerve roots are there, trachees are there. Here you can see the trachees, they are also present. Numerous trachees are there. Now here again giant fibers are there. So this is what about the histological section of the ganglia. Now in next lecture we discuss on the ventral nerve cord, the nerves, neuromuscular junctions and the brain of insect. Okay, so thank you so much.